Imagine a world where a single treatment could cure devastating genetic diseases, forever. Now, what if that breakthrough also unleashed a storm of ethical controversy, billion-dollar costs, and fierce debate about who gets to benefit? Welcome to the high-stakes world of gene therapy, where science fiction is rapidly becoming reality and the future of medicine hangs in the balance. Gene therapy is not just a buzzword. It's the culmination of decades of scientific ambitions, setbacks, and relentless innovation. Born in the optimism of the 1990s, its promise was simple yet profound. Correct the errors in our DNA, and you could erase diseases at their very root. But hope soon collided with tragedy. The death of Jesse Gelsinger in 1999 forced regulators to slam the brakes, ushering in an era of extreme caution that slowed progress to a crawl. On the technology front, advances like CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing are rewriting the rulebook. For the first time, scientists can reprogram multiple faulty genes in a single shot, promising higher success rates, especially in complex or rare diseases. This isn't theoretical. Take Hemgenix, a gene therapy for hemophilia B. 1 year after treatment, patients saw their need for factor IX drop by 90%, while bleeding episodes plummeted by nearly 2/3. The results are real and life-changing. Yet, every miracle comes with a price tag. Novartis's Zolgensma, approved for spinal muscular atrophy, costs over $2 million for a single dose, setting off fierce debates about value, affordability, and fairness. As Dr. Catherine Hai, a gene therapy pioneer, puts it, gene therapy's transformative potential hinges on addressing manufacturing bottlenecks and rigorously monitoring long-term safety. So, what's the problem? In this new era of genetic medicine, the FDA is betting big on flexible rules, especially for rare diseases. Companies are incentivized with massive tax credits, fee waivers, and up to 7 years of market exclusivity under laws like the Orphan Drug Act. Investors are flooding in. Venture capital poured $15 billion into gene therapy companies in 2024 alone. But as the money flows, anxiety mounts. Manufacturing costs can eat up to 70% of development budgets, and the sheer complexity of making these therapies safely is staggering. Then there are the ethical landmines. Should we allow edits not just to treat but to prevent disease, even in unborn children? Bioethicists warn of unintended consequences, from genetic discrimination to deepening social inequality. A comprehensive public discourse is essential to address the ethical dimensions of gene editing, urges the Center for Genetics and Society. And for many patient advocates, the biggest question remains: will life-saving therapies be reserved for the wealthy, or can we break down barriers so everyone has a fair shot? So, what happens next? The future of gene therapy stands at a crossroads, filled with both dazzling opportunity and daunting risk. On one path, we could see a revolution in personalized medicine. Imagine a world where advanced gene sequencing, artificial intelligence, and CRISPR-based tools combine to create therapies tailored for each person's DNA. Doctors could correct multiple genetic errors in one treatment. This vision could mean hope for families facing rare or inherited diseases, and it's closer than most of us think. But there's a shadow too. If we move too quickly, the consequences might ripple for generations. Picture gene editing not just for treating disease, but for preventing it, perhaps even before birth. The idea of editing the human germline has scientists, ethicists, and parents divided. What if a gene tweak goes wrong? Could the changes be passed on to children or even grandchildren? Bioethicists warn that without relentless public debate, robust oversight, and transparent long-term studies, we risk crossing lines we cannot erase. Then there's the matter of price. The most cutting-edge gene therapies today can cost more than $2 million for a single dose. With manufacturing expenses making up as much as 70% of those costs, it's no wonder experts like Dr. Catherine Hai say, gene therapy's promise depends on breaking through production bottlenecks and lowering costs. If these therapies remain out of reach except for the wealthiest or the luckiest, a new kind of healthcare divide could emerge, one defined not by geography, but by genetics and economics. The response from regulators is equally high stakes. The FDA's flexible approval paths have trimmed approval times by nearly a third, but some in the field worry, does speed come at the expense of safety? A recent quiet 10% dip in gene therapy stocks followed the departure of a key FDA director, showing just how fragile confidence is when the rules seem to shift so quickly. Meanwhile, patient advocacy groups insist access is a moral imperative. The tension between protecting patients and getting them revolutionary treatments faster has never been more intense. So what should you take away from all this? Gene therapy is reshaping the future of medicine. If you or someone you love faces a rare disease, the treatment landscape is changing faster than ever before. It's worth following new approvals closely, asking your doctor about clinical trials, and staying informed about insurance coverage and policy changes. Even if gene therapy is not directly relevant to your life today, its ripple effects on healthcare costs, insurance, and ethical debates could impact us all. For those working in healthcare, technology, or policy, the lesson is clear. We must balance boldness with caution. Innovation is thrilling, but oversight and ethical debate cannot lag behind the science. As one health economist put it, true progress means making sure that new cures don't become new sources of inequality. So, are we moving too fast? Maybe. Flexible regulations are opening incredible doors, but every shortcut increases the risk of missing hidden dangers or leaving some patients behind. Yet, slowing down too much could rob desperate families of hope they need right now. The answer isn't simple. It's a moving target, and the right balance may change as science advances. Here's a secret many miss. While news headlines focus on million-dollar treatments and genetic miracles, the real revolution might be happening behind the scenes, in manufacturing and regulatory innovation. If groups like the American Society of Gene and Cell Therapy succeed in slashing production costs by 40% with new platform technologies, gene therapy could one day be as routine as a vaccine. That's the quiet transformation to watch. What do you think? Are we moving too fast or not fast enough? Should gene therapy be available at any cost, or must we draw the line for safety and fairness? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the technology and economics shaping our world.